Good evening, good evening, good evening. Today we're playing a little game called Driv3r. It's a game with quite an interesting history. At least to me. I used to play it a lot as a kid. I enjoyed the game a lot. I was probably too young to be playing it. I mean, I was like 10, 11. But it was fun to me, okay? Give me a break. I enjoyed it a lot, and I was like, wow, this game is incredible. And then it was only a fair bit later in life where I looked online and realised sort of how badly a reception it actually got. It was pretty bad reception. Mainly because the game just didn't live up to the hype. It was unfinished, I think, when it was released. It was very much rushed. And the fact is that it got a lot of 9 out of 10 reviews just when it came out, which I don't think people were expecting. And I think that was to do with the fact that it wasn't finished, and it wasn't deserving of that 9 out of 10. But people gave it that rating, magazines gave it the rating, and it was defended to the ends of the earth. But that was because, in a scandal in Driv3r, Atari actually, because the game was hyped so much, they actually gave some magazines the game early to review, but didn't let them give it any less than 9 out of 10 for the review, for the review of the game, and then let them do 9 out of 10 reviews if they were. I'm like trying to be informative and I can't even speak English. Basically they said, okay, we'll give you the game early, but you have to give it 9 out of 10 reviews. 9 out of 10 scores for reviews. And there was a lot of controversy. There was forum posts about it. And there was Babel Media, people from Babel Media, who came in and said, nah, game's great, it's not a scam, we love this game, it's wonderful. On the forum post that supposedly exposed them. But obviously they were sort of under dummy accounts, so people wouldn't know that it was Babel Media people. Weird. And they later got found out, and they said, no, well, yeah, we work for Babel Media, but it's just for fun. It's because we like It's because we like the game, not because we work with them or forced to do it. Good lord, I don't understand the controls in this game at all. How do I shoot? It's R1 to shoot. I think this is before the days where they used their brains and thought, oh yeah, the triggers should be shooting. And how do I get into a car? Okay. And it's L1 to get into a car. An X to drive, not R2. But I think I was anticipating anyway, because that's how driving games at the time worked. But no, this was actually a game that I used to adore as a child. I used to play it so much. Good start. Easy way to turn. I used to play it all of the time. One of my favourite games of all time, and that's probably one of the reasons why I'm playing it on the channel today, because pretty much every game that I think that I've uploaded since I came back after a near 10-year absence has been games that I enjoyed as a kid, because I think that those videos are a lot more inspired and I'm a lot more enthused about the content than if they're games that I don't really know anything about. I've never really played them. Graphics don't look the best, but again, it's a PlayStation 2 game. I tried to buff up the graphics in an emulator, and that actually made the game look worse. The specific graphic settings made the game look awful. So here we are. It looks like this, and we're getting used to it. I think this probably actually looks worse than it did on the actual console, because this game specifically, for whatever reason, has a lot of issues with emulation in the hardware mode as opposed to software mode. In the hardware mode, what did I do? In the hardware mode, you could sort of buff up your graphics by a fair distance. What have I done? I don't know what I did. turbo, the graphics are a lot worse because it can only run in software mode, which is a lot more limiting than hardware mode. I guess we're going this way now. Catch me if you can, bozo. I don't know, I'm in New York. This game is not based in New York. Let's pretend it is. Let's pretend. Just easier to pretend, isn't it? What do you mean it looks like I'm heading east? You can see which way I'm heading. You're right in front. You're right behind me. I'm gonna press all the buttons to see if I can oh fuck, that's not the button I meant to press. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Stealth mission. Get in this car instead. Can I get in this car? Thank you. I'm gonna run you over. Oh, psychopathic behaviour, quite frankly. Psychopathic. Ah! Ooh, and the handling on this car is frankly beautiful. Oh, well. That backfired. I'm gonna shoot you. How do I shoot? It's the same button that you use to pull out the gun. Okay. It's so just stiff. I used to think this game was beautiful, but it's really not that great now, is it, huh? Just standing in the middle of the road like, now stop it. And just completely blanks on the floor. Excellent stuff. It's just, I don't know. I think there's supposed to be a lot of hype with this game, especially with the, because this went to 3D before GTA, but I died. From my limited knowledge, this game actually went to 3D before... Sorry, I'm really far away from the mic. Before GTA did. But... So it was quite, you know... Well, actually, no, of course it did. Because Driv3r, Driv3r were all sort of 3D open world games. And now we've got this one, which had so much hype behind it because Driv3r and Driv3r were considered really good games. And this one was just rushed to release because of all the hype, and they didn't want to delay it because they knew it was so much money in that. I don't think I've ever done this before. And it not only did it not live up to the hype, but it was just bad and broken. But I guess as a kid I ignored all the issues with it. And to be honest, I don't think I really knew what the issues were. It wasn't finished and a little bit broken. But I just felt like, God, there's so much to do, and I didn't really know about Grand Theft Auto at the time, or didn't know, I'd never played them, except for, you know, GTA 1, GTA 2. I borrowed from my old pal Dave. Shout out Dave. But there was, you know, the top-down shooters, the oldie ones. And going 3D is a huge, massive leap. Which happened with GTA 3 on the PlayStation 2, but it was never a game I played. I always wanted San Andreas. I had the cheat book for it, and I always looked at that and thought, wow, this looks really cool, I want this game. Never did. Because that was an 18, and I don't believe Driv3r or the Driv3r games were. Driv3r, I believe, was a 16 plus. Back when I believe it was a different rating system for games and movies. Well, now I think it's the same. Is it the same? No, I think it's still different. But they have like 15s and 18s. What am I talking about? I don't know. It's the same system, it hasn't changed. I'm speaking bollocks. But yeah, I was allowed to play 16s and 15s, but I wasn't allowed to play 18s because I guess I was trusted enough with the gore and the violence, but my parents always thought the game would be too hard which is why I wasn't given, because they thought it would be too difficult, which I suppose I get the logic of now. Back then I didn't, but now I do, because I was quite temperamental. I get grumpy. Games a lot, scream at them a lot, and they were, you know, kids' games. And now here I am, being an adult, barely being able to play this game unless it's 16. So if I was a kid 10, 11 years old trying to play an 18, I would have definitely struggled, because obviously if the target market is adults, they're not going to make it as easy as a little baby game. And I guess that makes sense. I'm just going in a circle now. Why do I think that would work? And why do I think I would lose them? Fuck that, right on my tail. I'm going to be here for a while. This is meant to be a quick chase. It isn't a quick chase. Oh, did that work? How did that work? I just turned around. But apparently that worked. Cool. Excellent. Cool. Maybe I'll get back to this game. Ooh. Whoops, I knocked the mic over. That was good. Maybe I'll get back to this game in the future. I'm gonna say it's unlikely, but I might do. Maybe play the story mode. But again, I don't know if I will. Cool. But bye now. Nice seeing you, nice knowing you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye bye.